All right, thanks, guys. We are currently 4-0 in our last 4 board member plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. We're also hitting at 65% for the entire college football season on that website. Link for that site is in the description section below. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, we got ourselves a very short slate of NHL action tonight, just 2 games. But let's go ahead and get into them. Beginning with the Red Wings taking on the Rangers, 8 o'clock Eastern puck drop in New York, Madison Square Garden. The Rangers are minus 155, total 6.5. Not a whole lot of movement on this total. We did see a nickel move toward the Rangers in the early wagering. The Rangers open $1.50 up to 155, total 6.5. 69% of the consensus are leaning toward the Rangers. 52% shaded toward the under. Right now, Detroit is plus 135 on the money line. The Rangers are plus $1.60 on the puck line. We have Heinrich Lundqvist for the Rangers, Jimmy Howard for the Red Wings. If you like Jimmy Howard in this matchup here, just keep in mind he's only 2-7 on the year, .397 goals against average, and an .889 save percentage. Now, Lundqvist on the other side, although the Rangers aren't setting the world on fire, he's still coming into this game with a .906 save percentage. The Rangers have won 2 out of their last 3. They're also 3-2 straight up in their last 5. They're led by Art Panarin, who's got 6 goals on the year, 6 assists, 12 points total. Ryan Strome right behind him, 7 assists, 11 points on the year. He's plus 4 as well. Now the Red Wings on the other side, losers in 9 out of their last 10. They're just 4-11-1 overall for the year. Losers in 6 out of their last 8 straight up when traveling. They're in last place in the Atlantic Division with just 9 points. And they're 15 points back of first place. Now if you think you're going to catch Detroit catching the 1.5, maybe on the puck line, might not be a great idea for you either. Out of 16 games, they've only covered the puck line in 6 of them. That's right, 6-10 ATS overall for the year. They rank in the bottom 5 in scoring, bottom 5 in goals allowed. When it comes to the total, Detroit is 60% to the over when traveling. The Rangers are 5-1 to the over in their last 6, taking on the Eastern Conference, if you're into historical trends. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Rangers minus 1.5, getting the job done on the puck line, and the over 6.5 goals in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Wednesday's NHL action. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We're halfway there. We're almost at Friday, and before you know it, the weekend will already be here. Now, guys, before we go ahead and cap this last game of the show, I just want to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. We are 4-0 in our last 4 board member plays on that website. We're also hitting at 65% for the entire college football season. Now, a lot of folks say, why would I go on Patreon when I can get all the picks for free on YouTube? That's a great point. That's a great question. My rebuttal to that is, when it comes to this YouTube program, it's great for content. It's great for opinions. We have a lot of great valid points, but they're just leans. They're not, every game I don't personally have action on. And to be honest with you, that's no way to make money. You cannot handicap every single game on the board. You cannot bet every single game on the board and expect to win. The books are too good. The math is against you. You can't do that. What we do on Patreon is we're a little bit more specific. We pick our best plays. They're plays that I personally have action on. So anyway, that's the main difference. Essentially, they are my personal plays. They are premium selections. Now, we do have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to beginning at just $1.99 per month. You can also access my current record absolutely free right on the homepage. All you got to do is click the link in the description section below. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this next and final game for the show. It is going to be St. Louis taking on the Oilers, 8:30 Eastern puck drop in Edmonton. The Oilers are minus 135, totals 5.5. Not a whole lot of movement on this total as of yet. We did see a nickel fade of Edmonton in the early wagering. The Oilers open 140, down to minus 135, totals 5.5. Right now the Blues are plus 125 on the money line. Edmonton plus $1.90, laying the goal and a half. With Mike Smith between the pipes for Edmonton, Jake Allen for the Blues. Now normally Jordan Binnington is in net, but it looks like we're going to have Jake Allen here tonight. Not confirmed, but definitely expected. Now Jake Allen comes into this game with a .373 goals against and an .855 save percentage. A very limited action. I believe it was only 3 games he played in. But anyway, Mike Smith on the other side, he's been very good. 5-3-1 on the year, 212 goals against, .931 save percentage. Edmonton's been awesome in the early going here. 10-4-2 overall for the year. First place in the Pacific Division, 22 points total. The Oilers have won 2 out of their last 3 games. They rank in the top 10 in goals allowed on average per game. And they are 5-1-1 straight up at home. They're led by Leon Draisaitl, who's got 13 goals on the year, 14 assists, 27 points total. James Neal right behind him with 11 goals, 13 points. Connor McDavid, another solid year for him. 17 assists, 24 points total for McDavid. And Matt Benning, the defenseman, plus 9 on the year. Zach Kassian, plus 10. Now St. Louis on the other side, they rank in the bottom 5 in offensive shots per game. And similar to the previous game, if you think maybe you're going to buy it up and take St. Louis plus 1.5, guarantee yourself some puck line cash, I wouldn't think about it. Out of 16 games, they've covered just 6 of them. Just 6-10 ATS overall for the Blues. That's actually the same as Detroit, ironically, in the original game I capped. But anyway, total-wise, Edmonton 4-3 to the over at home. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Oilers minus $1.35 in the over 5.5 goals in that game. We're going to go ahead and slide into our quick pick recap brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. I like Edmonton minus 135 and the over 5.5. And once again, another reminder, we are currently 4-0 in our board member plays on Patreon. Anyway, and we got the Rangers minus 1.5 and the over 6.5 goals in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. Shout out to CQP Underboss, Sauce Sensei Master Drip Lord. Shout out to Billy Boogaloo. Shout out to Aaron D, who loves me. Shout out to Jerome Jerry Watkins, Stephen Lewis, Aldo Mayland, Brian Williams, Shotgun Shell 80, Jay Norman, Keyshawn Squire, Ronnie Christie, Sammy Elio, and last but certainly not least, shout out to Almighty Addo TV. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me for our Wednesday slate of NHL action. Just 2 games tonight. One of those games, we actually do have a premium selection. I'm not going to tell you if it's a side or a total, but out of those 2 games, we do have a premium selection on Patreon for tonight. And speaking of Patreon, we are 4-0 in our last 4 board member plays on that site. We're also hitting at 65% for the entire college football season. We do daily plays on that site beginning at just $1.99 per month. We have a bunch of different tiers, memberships, and packages that you can subscribe to. And once again, it begins at just $1.99 per month. You can access my current record for free right on the homepage. A lot of folks ask me what's the difference between YouTube and Patreon. And I always tell them on YouTube, we give an opinion on every single game. We don't give free passes. We provide trends. We provide stats. And we lean, gun to head, lean toward a side and a total on each and every game. We don't do that on Patreon. We're more selective. Basically, I'm sharing with you my personal plays, my personal action on that site. So once again, that is the main difference. There's a huge difference. Patreon is what is actually in play, and YouTube is just great content, great information. Some folks use it as insurance, but never should you take it verbatim. You should not emulate every single pick, every single play. If I cap 12 games. That would just be absurd. But anyway, patreon.com/BrockPage. Access my current record on the homepage. Link for that site is in the description section below. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Wednesday to you. Best of luck to you. And don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage.